Blessed be my witches, and welcome to another episode of Witch Please. It is I, Odin the Seer, and today we are going to be doing the third part to our witches protection / elemental bottles. We are going to use a pink Himalayan salt for this. I have a tendency to use the pink Himalayan salt because of the fact that we want to bring in that heat. Okay, we want to bring in that fire, we want to bring in that protection, we want to bring in that warmth. I've got a lot of people who are asking me, Odin, this is wonderful, I love this, I'm going to be making a lot of these, but, how do I really use them? Now, as I said before, if you're just going to be using it to protect your home, you wax off the top, and you keep them in the certain areas. If you are going to be using this to connect with the element itself, I have a tendency to hold them. I have a tendency to kind of keep them in sacred little places. So let's say if I had it on my bookshelf in my magic room, what I would do is I would have some fire elemental symbols there with it, maybe some fire crystals there, really trying to get that vibration, to get that feeling. And let's say if it was my air, I'd have some feathers around there. Maybe I would have some leaves on that. If it was for water, I would have some water crystals, maybe some moss in that area, maybe some seaweed around it, even some images of dolphins and what have you. If it's for the earth, I would keep a potted plant close to it, or something along those lines, okay? So what you're really kind of doing is you're creating a space. Now, don't think you have to do it, in one part of the house and then another part of the house. I can put all four of these on one shelf and just kind of section off each one of those to be able to really bring in that vibration and create that connection with the corresponding element. As always, you are going to need a bowl as well as a spoon. You are going to need your food coloring, a lighter, a red candle, your master bottle, Himalayan salt, chili flakes, my witches, and some paper with which to be able to transfer whatever botanical or salt into the master bottle. So let's get started here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take my pink Himalayan salt and I'm going to try, without making a huge mess, to get this into my master bottle. Okay, my witches, and before I forget, I also have some Red Jasper flakes. Now, I know that we're using quartz crystal for the element of earth and we use quartz crystal for the element of air, but I want to show you guys that you can use other corresponding stones if you need. So I'm going to be putting Red Jasper in here because Red Jasper also has the powers of movement, the element of fire. It is also very good when it comes to heating up a situation, burning through and breaking through barriers, and it's also very protective. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget to tell you about this because it's very important, and I also wanted to show you that really your magic is up to you, my boo-boos. If you feel that it resonates with you, do it up. Because again, you don't ever want to be casting and feeling uncomfortable with what you're doing. You always want to go with your intuition, the best teacher you will ever have. Now, as you can see, I did not fill it all the way up because we are going to be putting our chili flakes in there and we're going to be using quite a bit. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to add it to my bowl here. You may be thinking, well, so the pink Himalayan salt is pink. Are we going to add color to it? You do not have to, okay? But I like to add just a little bit of food coloring in it because I also like to have those kind of reddish flakes to it. So I'm going to be adding some of this red food coloring in just to be able to get that little flaky reds that I like in it amongst the pink, my witches. So now we're just going to start mixing this up. So I don't know if you all can see this, but it does add just that soupçon of a little bit more red. And I love to have that because I really kind of want that to be a vibrant color. And I really want to associate that with the fire element every time I see it. Now, this one is going to be, you don't want to get this near your eyes, witches. I didn't bring some scissors, so we're just going to do it. We're going to do it up. We're going to do it up. So we're going to be taking a liberal amount of these red chili flakes. See, I wasn't kidding, witches. We are going to empower these now. And we are going to empower it with the element of fire, protection, strength, perseverance, burning down any conflicts that are around us, whether they be external or internal, okay? We are going to take that action of fire and we're going to totally utilize it within being able to transform, move through, get that connection. When you need to be able to have the strength to keep on keeping on, you grab your fire elemental protection bottle and you hold on to it and you think about the strength that you need to be able to overcome, to be able to get through, to be able to achieve whatever it may be. This is what we are going to empower our red chili flakes with. Okay, so now that we've empowered this, what we're going to do is we are going to move this aside and we are going to start to put our deepened red Himalayan salt. Now we're going to be doing a few layers of this as well. Do 2, do 3. I normally have a tendency to do 3 layers in this, and then 4 layers in the water, of course. So let's just get this party started. And I am tapping that bad boy down, okay? Because again, I want to ensure that it's not going to settle. I want to know that when it is going down, it's because it's protecting and it is giving me that safety that I need. You're going to get this everywhere, y'all, so might I recommend sweeping your floor and your space, especially if you have children, because you don't want them catching this and touching their eyes, and then you have to deal with that. So now, as you can see, we have 3 beautiful, distinct lines of our chili. You're still in the broom closet, okay? And you don't want people to be like, oh my goodness, I saw something in your house that made me nervous, and all that kind of stuff. You look at these, honey, I've had people come into my home, see these, and be like, oh, those are cute. How did you make them? Oh, I would love some. Can you make some for me? Have no clue what they are used for, but they just think it's pretty. Right? So this will allow you to make your friends be like, oh, you're so artistic. Oh, you're so crafty. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to take 3 pieces of our red jasper and we're going to put that right in 3 to 4, whatever you feel you want to do, boo-boos. And you are just going to put those right in the top here. And then we are going to take our red candle, okay? Now, always place this on something because you don't want to get wax all over your stuff, okay? Now we're going to pray over this candle and we're going to call in the fire element. Now you can call in the elemental kings, elemental dragons, elemental self. You name it, you can use, okay, with this. Now I don't necessarily focus on the self, okay? I focus on the elemental beings themselves. Now, if I wanted to have the powers of the directions or even the winds, I would bring those in as well. But we are just working with the element of fire here. So let's empower this candle and call in the element of fire and finish this up. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to light this with fire and we are going to finish this up. Alright, my spiritualists, my witches, if you take a look now, we have our fire elemental protection witch bottle. And that is our episode for today. Now, I just want to make sure that you all know you're really not limited. If you found another botanical that you find that you're resonating with, do it up. I've had a lot of people say your magic's very powerful. Odin, you seem to have a good grasp of this. Well, yes, my spiritualist, I do. And the reason why I do is because I always allowed myself and my intuition to draw me to wherever I needed to be magically. And then I would always take notes, always, you know, write down what the outcome was, and that's how I started to really build my own arsenal or my magical repertoire. So please take what I'm teaching you, change it, form it in the way that works best for you. See how it works. Sometimes it works out well, sometimes it doesn't work out well. Sometimes you need to tweak a couple of things to make it perfect, honey, but the craft it's alchemy, my spiritualist. It's something that resonates deep with you, and if you follow your intuition, if you follow your heart, you will never be steered wrong. If you have not pressed subscribe, you know you need to press subscribe, join the Witch Please family, and do not miss out on a thing. You can follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, as well as Facebook. You can send me a personal email at witchpleaseofficial@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment below. Don't forget to press that bell icon so you're notified when a new video comes out, because you know you don't want to miss a thing. I said it before, my witches, and I will say it again. It is a pleasure to have you in my worlds. It is an honor to have you in my magic. And you are always in my heart. I will see you again on another episode of Witch Please.